Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Manal Ayesh, and today we're going to start our parent presentations for this school year. So first, I'm going to introduce myself and introduce my program. As I said, my name is Manal Ayesh, and I'm a caseworker and a health educator at Access. I'm also a team member on the Community Coalition ASAP. It's a program for access, and also I work on the SUD, the Substance Use Disorder Prevention team. So our program offers mental health and substance use prevention by teaching Bodvin life skills at the schools, at elementary schools, middle schools, and high schools. We focus on the middle schools because it is the ages when students or minors start smoking in the middle school stages. So also we offer the chance for the youth to join our ASAP youth group in the high school levels. So our school-based services that we provide are Bodvin life skills presentations, also one-time and recurrent presentations, such as this presentation. It's for parent presentations. It can be either online or virtual. Also, the Youth Volunteer School Club. So the schools that we work with Dearborn Heights and Dearborn based on the zip codes. So these are some of the schools that we work with: Start International Academy, Crestwood High School, Fordson High School, and also Riverside Middle School, and also other schools as well in Dearborn and Dearborn Heights. So substance use prevention program, it consists of, as I mentioned, the Bodvin life skills. We will talk about this one shortly. The presentations, the parent presentations, which I mentioned, it's like this parent presentation. It can be like in school, in person or virtual. Also the ASAP youth group, which is we do it in high schools. So it's a group that high schoolers, basically they do the prevention awareness as our job. Okay. And they will get so many benefits. From that one, they will be talking about any matter that matters to them, as mental health, as smoking, vaping. That's why they join our ASAP youth group. Also, the SINAR compliance. We go out to the businesses that sell tobacco products, such as cigarettes and vapes. For example, like gas stations, hookah stores, hookah lounges, all these, and we make sure that they have the MDHHS law posters on that's saying that they shouldn't sell to minors or to individuals under the age of 21. Also, we do advocacy efforts. We go to Lansing to advocate for our youth and and the prevention work. Also, we do social media campaign, and we do National Prevention Week. For example, this month, September, is Suicide Awareness Month, and Suicide International Awareness Month. So we do, in this month, there's a week that we do prevention work about, like, to spread the awareness about suicide, to make sure, like, we give out like a lot of mental health resources, a lot of help, make sure that they have all the resources that they need. Also, we do research projects and communications through outreach events in the community. So the Bodvin Life Skills program, it's as I mentioned, it's an evidence-based life skills program that is conducted in the classroom, and it focuses on targeting these social and psychological factors that lead to risky behaviors such as substance use. It also goes beyond educating students on the dangers of the drug use, because it builds self-confidence and it strengthens the skills needed to successfully handle challenging situations, such as they learn about decision making, social skills, tobacco use harms, and a lot more. The sessions are about there's like it lasts like from 8 to 10 weeks, and it can be virtual or in person, and it's modified based on the school's needs. The parent presentations, the topics, it can be virtual and it can be in person. Um, so the topics are based on schools' requests and needs as well. So today we're going to start our presentation, or our first presentation. It's about back to school anxiety. So what are we going to be covering this presentation? So what is back to school anxiety? What are the triggers and the signs and the symptoms? Also, why do some kids get anxious about starting the new school year again? And how anxiety affects the children's learning and well-being. We're also gonna give out like practical tips to you guys to support your children. Also, what can you do if the anxiety persists with your child? And also, we're gonna give out resources as well, or we're going to have the resources that you guys can go in and get like all the information you need. So what is back to school anxiety? It's a feeling of worry or fear that the children may experience when transitioning back to school after the summer break. The triggers can be because of separations from parents. This is mostly in the early ages, for example, like when they're like preschools or kindergarten. The little kids, they don't like to be separated from their parents. It's something new to them, and sometimes even the parents, it's hard the beginning of the school year, and it's hard for them since it's the first or second year maybe that they're going to be away from their parents for like more than like an hour to like for 8 hours. Also, new routines and expectations. So usually our kids, all of us as humans, we like stability. So we feel more safer when we have a specific routine going, like for us, like to live. So this is a new routine. So it means it's a new change in their life. So they don't know what to expect. That's why they might be afraid or worried about what's going to happen in this school year. Also, social pressure, such as friendship and bullying. So some of the students or some of the kids, they're going to be worried, oh, I'm not going to be able to make a new friend. My friends left to a different school, or will my friend be with me in the same class? This is also a trigger that can make them like be afraid or be worried about this school year. Also, bullying. It depends if, like, for example, if they experienced the bullying before and they in the same school or in a different school, that's this is a pressure for them as well, and they can be anxious and afraid because of that, especially if it was not handled the right way. Um, Also, academic pressures, uh, such as performance and assignments. So this is also a trigger for them, like, oh my God, how am I going to perform this year? If it's if it's like a middle school or a high school, they look more into like better performance and more assignments, more homework. It gets more serious for them. Also, fear of the unknown. If it's as we said, if it's a new school or if it's a new teacher, is my teacher gonna be understanding about my situation? Is she gonna be nice with me? Or if he's gonna be nice with me, is he gonna be tough? If she's gonna be tough. This is also it's fear of the unknown. Signs of back to school anxiety. There's like physical symptoms and there's emotional symptoms. The physical symptoms, our children, they might experience stomach aches, headaches, or nausea, sleep disturbances. They will not be able to fall asleep at night. Sometimes they can get nightmares. Sometimes they will have appetite changes as well. Some emotional symptoms, the irritability and sadness, or fear. Also, they will be avoiding the school, or they avoid any related activity for the school. Also, excessive worrying or asking questions about the school. We just have to make sure that we listen to them and try to calm them down, and speak with them about this situation. We're going to see this in the next slides. So, how anxiety affects children's learning and well being. So, we have cognitive impact, and we have emotional impact. So, the cognitive impact, such as difficulty concentrating or retaining information. Also, negative thinking patterns. They're always afraid that they're going to fail, or they just want to be like perfect. It's either or, like, because if it's too little or it's too much, it will affect them. So negative thinking patterns, like, they're just afraid that they're going to fail. They're going to fail a test. They're going to fail a grade, or they're going to fail the expectations. Like, if we're expecting our children to do good, so they'll say, okay, I don't like the school. I don't like this grade. I'm not feeling comfortable. I'm not going to do good. This is also a negative thinking pattern. Emotional impact, lower self-esteem, and also difficulty making friends or participating in school's activities. Emotional shutdown or avoidance. So if they don't like if they're anxious, if they're nervous, if they're afraid from like the beginning of the school year, they're not feeling comfortable with it yet, they will say, okay, every single day they'll say, oh, my stomach hurts, I don't want to go to school. They will find an excuse every time. We just have to make sure that we talk to them about it. Okay, so what's going on? What's happening? It's just the beginning of the school year. You make sure that you work on their self-esteem to make them feel more comfortable and like the school more, especially the beginning of it, so they can be able to learn and open up more for information. Okay, so here are practical tips to support your child. As we mentioned more than one time, since this is the first presentation for this year, we always say open communication and active listening. We always have to speak with our kids, speak with our children, encourage them to talk about their feelings. This is very important. Also, we have to validate their emotions. Um, uh, we don't say, "Oh, you're silly. There's nothing wrong." No, just listen to them, talk to them, see what's going on with them, and we have to take their emotions seriously, because that this is a way that some of them, they don't know how to speak up. So, and some of them, they don't know how to express their emotions. So they keep it inside of them. And this will, if they don't know how to cope with their feelings and their emotions, um, it can be unhealthy for them and unhealthy for others. It does affect them and affect others, as we mentioned. It causes bullying. Um, they can be dealing with. They will start thinking of dealing with and coping with their stress and anxiety in a bad way, in an unhealthy way, such as smoking, vaping, um, hurting others. Or like hitting or getting more hitting others and getting more violent. Also establish routine. Uh, so always, like, we have to um, reintroduce the school routine um, little by little, but it has to happen like before the school starts. Um, so like the bedtime, the morning preparation, um, we have to start that earlier. Also, practice the school days schedule together. Just try to make it as easy as possible to your kids. If they're the little ones, or the middle ones, and the older ones, such as like preschool, middle school, elementary, and high school. Also, we have to focus on positive aspects of school. So we have to highlight the exciting things. You tell them like, "Oh wow, you found new friends. You made new friends. Oh, you saw your old friends. Oh, you have the same. You have your best friend in your class. You guys are sitting next to each other." Or um, if there's fun activities going on in school, some schools like have like the color run. That's exciting for a lot of our students or our children. There's a lot of fun activities that happen in school. Also, like field trips. Talk to them. "Oh, you guys gonna have a field trip? Oh, you guys gonna go here? You guys gonna do this? You guys gonna color? Gonna paint? You guys gonna learn by playing as well?" Um, uh, or if they enjoy a subject at school, like, what's your favorite subject? Which one is your favorite class? Who's your favorite teacher? Um, if they want to join like sports, what's your favorite sport? What's your hobby? Well, what are you doing in school? This is also how we focus on the positive aspects of the school. So by focusing on this, you will like shift their thinking and their feeling to the positive, to be more positive than, "Okay, I'm gonna be sad, I'm gonna be afraid." No, you have a friend, that's great. You have a new friend, or you made a new friend, that's awesome. So this is how they're gonna be like in the class. If they have their best friend in the class, they're gonna like that class. If they like the teacher, they're gonna love the class. So we connect the good things and the nice things together. Also, as so we teach you have to teach your child the coping strategies. For example, like deep breathing exercises, mindfulness, or calming techniques. Also, teach them the problem solving skills. Help them to think through specific fears. Also, this is very important for all ages. To learn the coping skills is very important for the young ones, the little ones, the young ones, and even the adults as well. Also, make sure to visit the school. As a parent, stay connected with the school, stay connected with the teachers. Um, uh, just make sure that the environment of the school is like, make it a more comfortable um, uh, conversation with your child. Don't be that tough on them. Like when you say, "Oh, how is school?" Oh, let's not, and let's stop be judging as parents. I know I'm not saying that every parent is judges, or judge their children, or judge the school, or judge the students. Let's be more understanding. Okay, so what to do if anxiety persists? So seek professional help. Um, First thing you do, you go to school counselors. School counselors can also be very valuable resource. And then, if anxiety is severe or prolonged, consider consulting a child therapist or a counselor. But I do really recommend that we start with the school counselor first, to talk to the counselor and see like how can you help um, your child um, get rid of that fear and be less anxious the beginning of the school year. So also collaborate with teachers, share your child's concern with their teacher. Teachers can provide additional support or accommodations to ease the transition. A lot of teachers, they make it way easier. If you tell them like what's going on with your child, they will take it into consideration and they will make it easier for the child, for your child. But if you don't say anything, the teacher might not know about it. Okay, because a lot of people, us as a human, as I said, we if we don't know, sometimes we judge without knowing the reason. So let's talk to the teacher first, tell her the situation with your child, and then the teacher, you guys can like put a plan together. Like, okay, if she's afraid, or if your daughter is scared, or if your child is scared or afraid or anxious. Okay, just for the beginning of the year, she would like to sit next to her friend. There's no problem. If if she thinks, for example, if a lot of the students, they take longer time to finish their homework or to finish the class work, she can give her extra time. She can give her more time. If they're not good on the electronics, on the Chromebook, on the laptops, they can give them extra time as well. We just have to say something and to stand up with our children, and speak up as well. Stay patient and supportive. Be consistent with your support and know that anxiety can take time to subside. So, in conclusion, if back to school anxiety left unaddressed, it can affect students' overall well being and academic performance. Um, it can also lead to substance use in a lot of the students, um, like anxiety in general, not only the back to school anxiety. And if the emotions don't get um, uh, if like their feeling are not addressed right, and their emotions, they can build up, and then it can, as we said, it can affect them in a negative way. Also, it can cause lower academic achievements, as we mentioned. And they wants to say absent. Like a lot of them, they just like say, "Oh, I don't feel like I can go to school today." my stomach hurts. Actually, as we said, their stomach, the stomach ache can be because they're anxious, because of the anxiety of the back to school. So, with the coping skills, with deep breathing, it can help them relieve their stress. And also, in some cases, it can develop more severe anxiety disorders. So we have to focus as parents. We have to focus on teaching them the coping skills. It's very, very important. Here are some of the resources that you guys can take advantage of and go and like learn about the mental health, about anxiety disorders, and anxiety, back to school anxiety as well. Thank you so much, and you guys have a great weekend.
HES Academies have been serving the Detroit metro area for over 23 years, promoting academic excellence, leadership, and cultural diversity, ranking as some of the top schools in the state of Michigan. Our pre-K through 12th grade students enjoy tuition-free, state-accredited education by STEM-certified and highly qualified staff with no geographical restrictions, and with advanced placement, college dual enrollment, scholarship, and Arabic language programs. Noor International Academy in Sterling Heights at niapsa.org, Star International Academy in Dearborn Heights and in Canton at starpsa.org, Universal Academy in Detroit at universalpsa.org, and Universal Learning Academy in Westland at ulapsa.org. Join HES Academies today and enjoy a free Chromebook for every enrolled student.